Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to a brand new video. This is your Leeds United 2 QPR nil reaction, and oh my god, we are like honestly, that was so nerve-wracking when it got towards the end because they started getting chances, and I'm like, it's going to be one of those where we concede a late goal and it's 1-1 in a game where we've dominated and been incredibly like just all over them, possession, all us. They had that one shot in the second half which just went over the bar, and I thought that was going in the back of the net, and then you're thinking like they had chances. I'm like, one of these corners are going to go in, but no, we managed to score that second goal and ice the game and win the game. But at times it was a bit nerve-wracking. Not the greatest performance. Don't think we were great at all, by the way, but we managed to get the 3 points, which is what matters in the end. Now let's go through and talk about what happened. Of course, it took to the 19th minute for us to score the first goal of the game, and it was Jayden Bogle scoring for Leeds United. I mean, Bogle, let's talk about that goal. I mean, the chances all around. Joseph had a shank shot at it. I don't know what Joseph's shot was. It comes back. Bogle hits it off the bar. Lucky. We are lucky. It hits the bar, goes in the back of the net, and we are 1-0 up. I mean, Bogle scored. And then for the rest of the game, I'm going to say this, for the rest of the game, Bogle, I said this in my watch on, Bogle was the most likely player to score for the rest of the game. I thought he was absolutely brilliant today. I thought Bogle today, I thought he was going to get a second. He had chances to get a second or a third, to be honest. I thought he was fantastic today. I thought he had a great performance out there. Jayden Bogle. And yeah, we went into the second half. Then it got a bit, they had their chances. They had that one shot that we talked about. They just went over the bar. They had a couple of corners where I'm like, they could score from a corner here. They could score a header. Every time we got a corner, you know what happens. We miss the ball and we're terrible at them. And then it took to the 95th minute, and Joel Pirro, the ball, the way he just beats his man and then goes, I've got this myself. Go away, Schmidt. I've got this. Bang, in the back of the net. And for me, that probably, probably with Fark, that probably puts him back in the number 9 position, probably starts him for next game, because I don't think Joseph was great. I don't think he was bad, but I just think that Pirro's come off the bench and scored, so he's going to get his number 9 spot back, in my opinion. But let's talk about player performances and go through the ratings and what we're going to give each player. Ilya Melier, let's start with him. I'm just going to give him a 6 because didn't have to do anything. There was a chance that they had before we scored near the end where it got crossed in and he just caught it very well. Very, an easy thing to do. He did it though. He didn't have really anything else to do throughout the entire game, to be honest. He didn't do anything wrong. He had nothing to deal with. And sometimes those games are the hardest games where you're not doing anything and you got to be caught upon for that moment. Yes, it was an easy catch in the end, but it is one of those moments where you have to be ready to catch it and stop the ball from getting in the middle. He did that. We won the game. Give him a 6. Sam Byram, I thought, was all right today. There was a couple of times where he had a bad touch. I mean, he had a header that normally he's really good from headers. I think he had 1 or 2 headers that were bad, and he absolutely mistimed the header. And I'm like, that's not normally Byram. Byram's normally really good in the air. But I'm gonna give him a 5.5 because I don't think he was That's not a bad performance, by the way. That's above average. A 5.5 because 5 is average. A 5.5 for Sam Byram because I don't remember anything amazing he did. I think he should have scored as well. I mean, the ball that Tanaka whipped in for him. I mean, he's got a score for me. He's got to hit the tug with that header. But overall, not a bad performance at all from Sam Byram, and I thought he did well today. I think he's going to keep his spot. I say, well, he did good today. I think he's going to keep his spot for the next 2 games, of course, because we heard the news that Firpo is suspended for the next 3 games due to a headbutt in the Millwall game, which we didn't know until right before kickoff, basically. Well, I didn't know until 30 minutes before kickoff, and I went on Twitter and I went, oh my god, he's out for 3 games. Next up, Pascal Strapp. Thought he had a good performance today. Thought he did his job well. I'm going to give him a 6.5. As I said, did his job well defensively. Just don't try and score headers anymore because you can't. Same with Joe Rodon, to be honest. 6.5 for him. Both of them, again, good performances. You can't really tell, I mean, you can tell them apart, obviously, but you can't really, performance-wise, they play basically the same every week for me. They clear every ball that comes near them. They both can't score from set pieces. They both, very well defensively solid, sound at the back. That's what I think about him. Jayden Bogle, who I'm actually going to give my man of the match. So he was brilliant today. As I said, got the first goal of the game. And throughout the game, I thought he was going to get a second. There was chances for him to get a second. There was a nice shot in the second half where it almost hit the back of the net. It could have hit the back of the net. Thought he had a very good performance today. I'm going to give him an 8. My man of the match today, Jayden Bogle. Thought he was brilliant. Ayo Tanaka, again, thought he had a good performance today. There was a couple of times in the first half where he slipped. I think there was 2 times or 3 times in the half. He just slipped over. He was a bit slippy. He slipped over a couple of times. I mean, that ball to Byram, as we talked about earlier, that ball to Byram was absolutely beautiful. I think that was Tanaka. Plays that ball beautiful, and Sambaram, yes, should finish. Going to give Tanaka a 7. Good performance today. Joe Rothwell, I'm going to probably do the same thing. Thought he played well today. Did his job defensively. Got into attack. Looked a bit dangerous. Good passing. I'm going to give him a 7. Good performance today. Willie Nonto, thought he was all right today. Going to give him a 6.5. I think I'll give him a 6.5. He had a good performance. Not his best performance, but he was all right. Dangerous in the attack, he was a bit. But, I mean, there was one near the end of, like, that I can remember where right before he came off, and he like, hit it straight at the keeper. Like, I don't know if he was going for a cross. If it was a shot, it was terrible. But if it was a cross, I can understand. He just absolutely scuffed the shot, the cross, though. Yeah, Nonto, not the best performance from him today. Gonna give him a 6. If I didn't give the rating already, I probably said something. I don't even know. I'm gonna give him a 6.5. 6.5. 6 is harsh. 6.5. Thought he was very good. Thought he was good today. Brendan Aronson, I thought looked very dangerous today. I thought the way he just spinned and turned his man, and like he was very dangerous in the attack. I thought he could have scored today. I'm gonna give him a 7. Good performance today from Brendan Aronson. Solomon, I mean, people were giving him a bit of a hard time. I feel like I think he had a good performance. I think he was all right. Going to give him a 6.5. Yes, he could probably do better in some situations, but overall, I think he had a good performance. So they're going to give him a 6.5. And Mateo Joseph. Let's talk about Mateo Joseph for a little second. I don't know what he did. Like, this is not me bashing him at all. Like, by the way, I'm just trying to think of anything he really did. There was a couple of good, nice passes that he tried to do. I mean, there was a couple of times he got the ball and tried to flick it through, but it didn't pay off. A couple of passes didn't pay off. I'm going to give him a 6 because I just don't think he was great today, but I don't think he was poor at all. I think he got beat in the air a lot of the time, so I don't think he won the battle against the defenders at all. But I thought he was all right. I do think Piro's going to get his spot back, though, because, of course, he scored at the end and came off the bench and scored. Joel Piro. So I think he does get his number 9 shirt back. I think he's going to start. I think he's going to start in the next game. Dan James coming off the bench as well. We can talk about that. I mean, I'm not going to give these players ratings. I don't give bench players ratings, but I'm going to talk about them. Joel Piro came on, did well, scored his goal. You know, did what he had to do. Dan James comes on and does what he always do. Like, imagine being a defender and you're like, we're done with Nonto, or we're done with Solomon. Oh, Dan James is coming on. I mean, the pace and everything. I mean, he's a great player, DJ. And I think he's improved so much over the time in the championship, finishing in that. And I thought when he came on, just did his job, did what he had to do. Basically, we were just trying to not concede towards the end of the game, really. And I think he did his job all right, and he played well. Gulavogi came on, and I thought he was good again. Gulavogi, there might be some signs for him to start from some people. I don't know about starting ahead of Rothwell or Tanaka. I just don't see that happening. But I thought he was good today when he came on, and I thought he did his job, and I think that's what his job's going to be throughout the season. Come off the bench, when we're in games, maybe when we're one goal up, basically, and just hold the lead, basically, and he does his job great. If you guys like the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know in the comments section down below who was your man of the match, and how you thought of the performance, and I'll catch you all next time.